The American dream used to include a home, not anymore. For millions of Americans, home ownership isn't delayed, it's impossible. And meanwhile, we have empty factories, unemployed workers, communities that used to build things. What if we could solve both problems at once?
Hi, I'm CJ, and I created EcoDesigner because I was tired of watching two problems get worse while ignoring the obvious solution. We have a housing affordability crisis, and we have manufacturing towns that have been hollowed out. EcoDesigner connects them. Over the next 35 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how we're building homes for under $80,000 that are beautiful, durable, and can be assembled in days, not months. This isn't a concept, it's a company, and we're ready to scale. Let's start with the problem. Look at this street. Nice homes, perfectly fine. But do you know what these cost? These aren't mansions. They're 1,200 to 1,800 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, standard, and they're out of reach for half of American families. Here's the reality. In 1970, the median home price was 2.5 times the median household income. Today, it's 5.6 times. Wages went up 2x. Home prices went up 10x. That's not a market fluctuation. That's a structural failure. And here's the other half of the problem. This used to employ 400 people, made furniture, closed in 2019. There are thousands of facilities like this across the Rust Belt in the South. Skilled workers, empty buildings, tax incentives begging for new tenants. The federal government has designated over 8,700 opportunity zones, areas where new businesses get massive tax breaks to create jobs. But most investors don't know what to build there, so here's what we realized. The housing crisis isn't a shortage of land, it's a shortage of affordable, scalable production. And the manufacturing crisis isn't a lack of workers, it's a lack of products worth making. EcoDesigner is the answer to both. This is an EcoDesigner home. 850 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, full kitchen, living space. It costs $78,000 to manufacture and deliver, under $80,000, and it can be assembled on-site in 72 hours by a crew of 4. No foundation required. Modular. Expandable. Built to last 50+ years. Here's how it works. The core structure is an A-frame, one of the most efficient designs in architecture. Strong. Simple. Beautiful. The A-frame distributes load evenly. No complex roof trusses, no wasted materials. Every panel is precision cut in a factory using CNC routers and recycled HDPE plastic reinforced with structural additives. We don't build homes on site. We manufacture components in controlled environments. That means no weather delays, no on-site waste, consistent quality, and faster production. And here's the most important part. This isn't a tiny home. It's not a trailer, it's not a shed. This is a real home. Full insulation, electrical, plumbing, HVAC ready, meets all building codes. You can get a mortgage for this. You can insure it. You can live in it for decades. We're not asking people to compromise on quality. We're just eliminating the waste. Traditional home construction wastes 30% of materials. Wastes time, wastes labor. We don't. Traditional construction, 6 months, $250,000, 30% waste. EcoDesigner, 3 days, $78,000, near zero waste. Now, I know what you're thinking. Modular homes have been tried before. Why is this different? Great question. The reason most modular home companies fail is simple. Their economics don't work. They try to compete with traditional builders on their terms. We don't. Here's our unit economics for the 850 SQFT base model. Manufacturing cost, $42,000. Materials, $24,000. Labor, $12,000. Overhead, $6,000 delivery and assembly. $8,000 total cost to produce. $50,000 retail price. $78,000 gross margin. $28,000 per unit. 36%.
We were renting a 2-bedroom apartment for $1,800 a month. We couldn't save for a down payment. Then we found EcoDesigner. We bought land for $25,000. The home was $78,000. Total, $103,000. Our mortgage is $720 a month. We own this.
That's the power of affordable housing. It's not charity. It's not a gimmick. It's a better product at a better price. The US has a shortage of 5 million homes. The median first-time homebuyer is now 36 years old, up from 29 in 1980. 40% of Americans say they'll never own a home. Each of these markets is massive, and we're the only company that can serve all of them profitably. Here's our 5-year plan. Year 1, 50 homes. Revenue, 3.9 million. Focus, prove model in 1 to 2 regions. Year 2, 200 homes. Revenue, $15.6 million. Expand to 5 factory locations. Year 3, 500 homes. Revenue, $39 million. National distribution, brand awareness. Year 4, 1,200 homes. Revenue, $93.6 million. Licensing model for regional partners. Year 5, 2,500 homes. Revenue, $195 million. Market leader in modular A-frame housing. This isn't speculative. Every number you just saw is based on real cost data, real manufacturing timelines, and real demand signals. We've already sold 12 pre-orders. Now let me show you the actual product. Let me give you the full tour. This is the main living area, 320 square feet, open concept, floor-to-ceiling windows on the front face, natural light floods the space. The A-frame design creates a cathedral ceiling. It feels bigger than 850 square feet. Full kitchen, countertops, sink, range, refrigerator space. We include the cabinets and counters. You bring appliances. Bedroom 1, 150 square feet. Fits a queen bed, dresser, nightstand. Bedroom 2, 120 square feet. Perfect for kids, guests, or office. Full bathroom, shower, toilet, sink, storage. Everything is built to code. Electrical, plumbing, insulated walls and roof. The materials are durable. HDPE doesn't rot, doesn't rust, doesn't attract pests. This home will outlast a traditional wood frame house in most climates. We offer 3 base models. 1. The Studio, 600 SQFT, 1 bed, 1 bath, 62,000. 2. The Classic, 850 SQFT, 2 bed, 1 bath, 78,000. 3. The Family, 1,200 SQFT, 3 bed, 2 bath, 98,000. And every model can be customized. Want a loft? Add $8,000. Want a covered porch? Add $5,000. Chabrubos. Want solar pre-wiring? Add $3,000. We're not trying to be everything to everyone. We're trying to be the best at affordable modular A-frame homes, and we're succeeding. This is where the magic happens. This panel is 16 feet tall, 4 feet wide, weighs 220 pounds. It's the core building block of every EcoDesigner home. Let me show you what makes it special. The material is recycled HDPE plastic, high-density polyethylene. It comes from milk jugs, detergent bottles, plastic lumber. We source it from recycling facilities for $0.40 per pound. We add structural reinforcements, glass fiber, and mineral fillers to increase strength and rigidity. The result? A material that's 80% as strong as traditional lumber, but doesn't rot, warp, or splinter. Wood is organic. It decays. HDPE is synthetic. It doesn't. The panels are hollow core with internal ribs for strength. This keeps weight down while maintaining structural integrity. Each panel is cut to exact specifications using CNC routers. Precision, plus spods, 1/16 of an inch. When these panels arrive on site, they fit together perfectly. No measuring, no cutting, no guessing. The A-frame geometry does most of the work. The steep roof angle, 60 degrees, means snow slides off, no load buildup, rain sheds quickly, no leaks, wind passes over smoothly, less resistance. The 2 sloped walls meet at the apex and transfer all weight directly to the ground. No need for load-bearing interior walls, no complex truss system, just 2 surfaces doing all the work. Now here's the proprietary part. This is our locking mechanism. Traditional modular homes use bolts, screws, brackets, dozens of connection points. Ours uses a tongue-and-groove locking system with compression seals. The panels slide together. The grooves interlock. A compression gasket creates an airtight seal. No bolts, no screws, no leaks. Assembly time per panel, 90 seconds. We've patented this system, provisional patent filed, full utility patent pending. Nobody else can use this exact design without licensing it from us. Here's what that means. We can train someone to assemble a home in 1 day. Traditional framing crew takes weeks of training and years of experience. Our system? If you can follow instructions, you can build a house.
I used to work in furniture manufacturing. That plant closed. I got hired here. They trained me in 2 days. Now I'm building homes.
Scalability. That's the key. We're not relying on a scarce resource, skilled carpenters. We're creating a system that anyone can learn. The A-frame is the core, but it's not the limit. Once you have a modular A-frame system, you can adapt it. Here's what we've designed. Same panels, same assembly system, just more of them. We've already had inquiries from investors who want to build glamping resorts using this design. Each unit rents for 120 night, 4 units, 480 night. Payback period, under 3 years. We've already sold 2 of these, one to a coffee roaster in Vermont, one to an outdoor gear shop in Colorado. This one's interesting because it bypasses a lot of zoning restrictions. If it's on wheels, it's often classified as an RV, not a dwelling. That opens up entirely new markets. Every one of these designs uses the same core components. Same panels, same joints, same manufacturing process. We're not starting from scratch every time. We're iterating on a proven system. This is what I call the platform strategy. Build one thing really well, then adapt it for different markets. Tesla did this with the Model S platform, Model X, Model 3, Model Y. Apple did this with iOS, iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch. We're doing it with the A-frame, and we own the IP, the panel design, the locking mechanism, the engineering specs. If someone wants to build on our system, they license it from us. We're not just a home manufacturer, we're a platform. Here's how we scale. Phase 1, proof of concept, year 1. We're starting with 1 factory in specific Rust Belt city. Why here? We'll produce 50 homes in year 1. That's 1 home per week, ramping up to 2 per week by Q4. Each home is delivered within a 300-mile radius. Beyond that, shipping costs get prohibitive. So our model is regional factories serving regional markets. Phase 2, regional expansion, years 2, 3. We open 4 more factories. Southeast, Georgia, or Tennessee, Southwest, Texas or Arizona, Pacific Northwest, Oregon, Midwest, Michigan or Wisconsin. Each factory operates independently but uses the same systems, same panels, same training, same supply chain. By year 3, we're covering 80% of the US population within a 300-mile delivery radius. Phase 3, licensing model, years 4, 5. At a certain scale, we stop opening factories ourselves. Instead, we license our system to regional partners. A local developer wants to build EcoDesigner homes in their area. They pay us $250,000 licensing fee, 5% royalty on every home sold. Agreement to use our materials and training. We provide engineering specs, panel suppliers, training program, marketing support. By year 5, we're not just a manufacturer, we're the platform that others build on. But let's talk about what this really means. For every home we build, a family gets to stop renting. They start building equity. They have stability. For every factory we open, 40-60 people get jobs, real jobs, 18 24-hour, benefits, training, in towns that have been hollowed out.
When EcoDesigner came to city name, it was the first major manufacturing investment we'd seen in 15 years. They hired 48 people in the first year. That's 48 families with paychecks. 48 families shopping at local businesses. It's a ripple effect.
We're not just building homes, we're rebuilding the middle class, 1 A-frame at a time. Alright, let's talk about what we need. Here's how we'll use it. 1.8 million, factory build-out and equipment, CNC routers, assembly stations, tooling. 1.2 million, inventory and materials, 6 months of HDPE, hardware, components. 800K, team expansion, hire 12 full-time employees, engineers, sales, operations. 500K, marketing and customer acquisition, website, ads, trade shows, PR. 200K, legal and IP protection, finalize patents, trademark, compliance. We're offering equity at a $15 million pre-money valuation. Why should you invest? 1. Massive market. We're not inventing demand. We're meeting existing desperate demand for affordable housing. 5 million homes needed. We're targeting 0.05% of that market in year 5. 1. Proven model. We've built and sold 12 homes already. We know our costs, we know our margins, we know the customer wants this. 1. Scalable system. This isn't custom craftsmanship, it's manufacturing. Every home we build makes the next one easier, faster, and more profitable. 1. Defensible IP. We own the patents, we own the designs. Competitors can't replicate our system without licensing from us. 1. Social impact. This is a business that matters. We're creating jobs, building wealth for families, revitalizing communities. Look, I'm not going to pretend this is easy. Building a manufacturing company is hard, scaling it is harder. But the alternative is watching millions of Americans give up on home ownership, watching entire towns fade away because there's nothing left to build. I'm not okay with that. We have the design, we have the demand, we have the team. What we need now is capital, and partners who believe that affordable housing isn't a dream, it's a math problem, and we've solved it. If you want to be part of this, reach out. Let's build something that lasts.